In this edition of Twin Reel Game Reviews, we'll be taking a look at the game Excave by Mechanic Arms and published by Teyon. Now, Excave is a dungeon exploration game where basically there's a labyrinth in the middle of the city that used to be a research facility, but has long since, I guess, not been used for that. Monsters start appearing, coming out of the labyrinth, and I guess a magician went in to find out what's going on and has come up missing, and it's up to you, the adventurer, to find out what has happened to the magician and why there's these monsters. And as you can see here, there's two characters that you can play as, a male or a female, each with some weapons that they can share and some weapons that are different. The male basically uses heavy swords and stuff like that, while the female has wands and bows and stuff like that. And so I'll show you the bottom screen here, because all the stuff from the game is done on the bottom screen. And so as you can see, there is your item shop, where you can buy various items, and the bottom row does change depending on how far in the game you are. And on the top screen is basically just telling you you're in an item shop. And so let's go back to the bottom screen here. And so yeah, different items, and since I've beaten the game, it's actually showing me quite a few different things that I can get here. That the Star 6 basically is just a rank. There is no experience points in the game. It's all based on your items you collect. And so here's your blacksmith, where you can repair your weapons, because there is a durability limit on each of your weapons. Then equipment is obviously for moving your equipment in and out of storage and then into your inventory. And so we're going to go ahead and start the adventure. The adventure is on the upper screen. And so, as you can see on the bottom screen, it's showing you your inventory, which is touch. So you got your sword over here, then your shield, and then 3 different items over here. There's different types of items. You've got speed enhancements, attack enhancements, hit point enhancements. Because again, your defense, your attack, and your max hit points, which are over here, you don't gain experience points, which is one negative for this game. Your attack and defense will go up dependent on your items you have and what class they are up to, like what grade. So here I've got a star 3, which is like a level 3, we'll say. So that gives you X amount of defense, and because it is a max hit point increaser, also boosts your HP. So I don't care for that aspect of the game where you don't gain levels, you just happen to be getting better items to boost your stats. But the game itself, looks really nice. So we're going to go through here and show you part of it. Because the enemies, are well done. I like the music. The animations are pretty nice. A couple things I've noticed is, as you can see here, you can basically go through, so to speak, the walls and stuff. So, some of the collision detection stuff, I guess, isn't the best there. You should not be able to do that, really, but whatever. And so, yeah, so here's some bats I'm taking out. And then different weapons, again, have different abilities that when you do like 3 punches or 3 swings there, he spins around for that one. Chest I can't get right now because my inventory is full on the bottom screen. Now, with the durability on your weapons, there is no durability gauge, which really sucks. So you can be fighting a bunch of guys and all of a sudden, boom, your weapon breaks. And you're like, oh crap, because they're, beating you up and your hit points is going down. And so you have to quickly get away from them, so you can go ahead and switch your sword out from the bottom screen. And because basically, from when you're being attacked, and that's for actually a bonus after you finish the game, so I'm not going to take you there. Basically though, when you're being attacked, you cannot seem to use your items, because when I go to use it on the touch screen, I guess because you're already being attacked and your guy is being hit and pushed around, that it will not actually allow you to go ahead and use items. So that's another downside right there. And so another big flaw for me is that because the items you collect, and based on the rank of the items, that determines what type of defense and attack you get on top of the weapons you're putting on. When you die, you drop one random item, with the exception of your shield. So you drop either your sword, you could drop a hit point increaser, a damage increaser, and then you have to get back to that point in the game on your next turn to be able to recover that item. If you die a second time before you recover that item is lost permanently, and then you now have to recover whatever item you would have to have dropped at that point in time. So if you had a few good items, which are hard to get in the game, and you end up dying and you can't make it back in time because of where you died, you've pretty much lost those items until you happen to get lucky and pick one up again. And some of the higher level items that are like rank 6 and stuff like that, they're 20,000 gold each. And it's pretty hard to get, 20,000 gold times 3 items. Because every time you kill a guy that happens to drop a bag of gold, no matter what section of the labyrinth you're in, whether it's the beginning section or like in the bottom sections of the labyrinth, you only get 100 gold. And so here you can see he's a monster, and because I'm pretty powerful, I'll be able to beat him right away. But yeah, getting 100 gold each is kind of crappy, but I think they should have increased the gold you can get depending on what sections of the labyrinth you're in. And apart from that, I guess if you do get items from item drops, then they're worth a bit of money, so that's a plus. So there's a few positives, a few negatives about this game. I did enjoy playing the game, but as you got further on in the game, it did get pretty challenging and very, very frustrating. Because like I said, if you didn't have items that were that powerful, then unfortunately the guys whoop your butt pretty fast. And so because of that, I was dying a lot over and over and over again. And really, I don't really care for those type of games because it takes the fun out of all the dying. And because of that, I would have to give this a 6.5 out of 10. And that is it for this review.